Here's a quick tutorial on how to make object show assets. I personally like to use a 2048 by 2048 canvas. I'd recommend the use of a felt tip pen or dip pen. I recommend using minimum spacing, and I also recommend deactivating anti-aliasing, which you can do by scrolling down on shape. The upper right corner has a finger-shaped button which can be used to get shapes like rectangles. I like to use them to get lines. I personally like to make outlines full opacity in order to make it easier for recoloring and filling in. I need multiple lines, so I duplicate my existing line and transform it. You can also tilt your line if you don't want it to be perfectly rectangular. For symmetry while not using the mirror tool, you can duplicate and flip the layer. To get clean corners between two lines, you can select the opacity of one layer and duplicate the other layer. In Special, where you can find the Liquify tool, you can also find Lasso Fill and Eraser. They come in handy for me as they don't use anti-aliasing by default. Since the outline is at full opacity, I can set expansion to 0 and layer order is irrelevant. Your object's texture should dictate the amount of colors you use for shading and lighting. I recommend using 2 colors for less shiny objects and 3 colors for more shiny objects. I'm gonna speed this up a bit so you don't get too bored. The outline is still black in color at the current moment. I can use Alpha Lock and a darker version of the shading in order to make it pop out a bit more. For more irregular shapes, I recommend the use of the Bezier curve. I'm going to speed the video up again. It will be faster than last time. For textures like bark, having little imperfections in the shading and not making it one continuous blob can give off the appearance of roughness. The object that I'm making here is a weeping willow bonsai. When I think of willows, I usually think of a more teal shade of green. It is possible to start out with the infill instead of the outline like shown here. I'll explain a bit later. If you start out with your infill instead of your outline, you can use the stroke outer filter. Due to inherent anti-aliasing, I recommend going a few pixels below your target outline width. And just like that, our character's asset is finally finished. This character isn't really a character without a face to the name, so let's give it one. Eyes can be quite a variety of shapes and sizes. Some are dots, some are lines, though usually most are in between, being ovoid. Faces can be white but are usually black. White-colored faces are usually used for characters with darker assets. Some people prefer to use existing assets like the ones from BFDI and BFDIA or Inanimate Insanity. Personally, I prefer using hand-drawn faces and limbs. And with Willow Bonsai finished, that concludes my tutorial on how to make object show characters. Have fun creating!